Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing today, Chuck? On a scale from I I spent all night getting woken up by being sick and spent more of my night in the bathroom than I did in my bedroom. 2, I had a good night's sleep. How do you do today? Sick like badass? Yes, yes, exactly. Yep, mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello, Jot. No, this is kind of cringe. Uh, Alright, chat. We have an actually, like, relatively eventful week ahead. But, like, today and tomorrow are gonna be Omega Bed. But after that, it's, After that, it's Rule 1.1. And then next Monday, it's Imaginarium Theater being out. Have you seen the Jinshi showcase? Maybe. I've seen some Jinshi showcases. You still have a special place in my heart. What? Skyward Spine, Vortex, or Deathmatch R1 for AMD? Deathmatch R1 and Skyward Spine are going to be similar depending on whether or not you need the ER. Chat, I played some old school RuneScape for the first time in a while yesterday. Well, not the first time in a while. I've been playing for the past few days again, when I have nothing else to do. And, I... The hell is this? I did a bunch of TOA solos
Who's our target this
in
time?
300s, and I actually got a purple yesterday. So I was pogging. I was like, yo, purple, pog. That's insane. Then I opened the chest and it was a light bearer and I wanted to kill myself. Alright. But yeah, Chad, it was very disappointing. For those of you that don't play RuneScape, the Light Bearer is like the worst item you can get from the Tombs of a Mascot. It's very sad. I'm very sad. Is it like getting a Chi-Chi? Kinda, yeah. It's like losing your 50-50 to Chi-Chi as a free-to-play player that doesn't have stuff saved up. What made you get back into OSRS? I was bored and I didn't have anything else to do. Did you test Sijuin last night? No, I didn't. And I don't think I will test her today either. If it's not a bother, can you help me understand why Joshi should build effect hit rate? What the fuck is that? Probably so this 100% base chance actually works. And the 60% base chance works. And because he gets attack out of his effect hit rate.
Sure.
You were the 10 months, Jane Bell. You're gonna cover ZZZ like you do with Hua? I don't know. Actually, we can do some stall before we get into more Genshin stuff. Agreed? Agreed. Alright. Stall. Okay. What if it's a guy named Andre? Anger. And... Enkanomiya. True. Oh. I'm actually a little stumped here. I think I'm actually gonna use another guess for letters. I shouldn't have done that. Oh no. Okay. Enja. That's not a word. Enma. Not a word. Enka. Not a word. Enva. No. Enfa. No. Enda. Enda. No. Enwa. No. En. No. No. What? I'm. What? What if. What if it's something like this? No. Sneak? There's no S. Oh. We need. Yes, it could. Port, outlet, socket. Jack. Easy! Easy! Major, captain, private, general. Demand, appetite, want, audience. Fuck. Demand, appetite, want, market. There's an audience for it, there's a market for it, there's an appetite for it, there's a demand for it. Maybe it's this? Fuck. Pop-up, attack, personal. so this was one away. Let's say it's appetite. This would not... Okay, so... Let's say appetite is the one that it's not. That can't be it. Let's say audience is the one that it's not. That can't be it either. So it's either want or demand that it's not. And it's these three plus one of these two. But I feel like it really could just be either. I'm gonna go demand. Nice. Consumer desire collectively. Want would 100% work for this, by the way. Whatever. I don't know what this one is gonna be. Attack at? Wait, what? Attack ad? What does that mean? Wait, I know what an attack ad is, actually. Okay, this isn't gonna be that funny because this shit's being annoying. But okay, where the fuck is the button now? What? I don't know how to run an ad manually anymore. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. It's not in my stream manager anymore for some reason. I don't know. What? How do I run an ad? Did it work? I don't know if it worked. No, don't say no if you're not a subscriber. Or if you're a sub. Like obviously it's not gonna work for you. Fucking idiot. Sorry, chat. I'm knocking out some unbound requests real quick. Alright. Alright, let's do some more stalling. Genshindle. Chat! Would you agree that the stalling is more entertaining than the gameplay? I want your honest opinion. What gameplay? Okay, buddy, calm down. Wait, I'm an idiot. It wasn't Sumeru. Probably Inazuma. There's one arrow. I got confused by the one arrow. I thought it was 3 point something. Inazuma. Hydro. Not sword. No. Not catalyst. Not sword. Not claymore. Polearm. Inazuma. Polearm. Not electro. Who the fuck? Toma? Toma works. It is Inazuma. Okay, so what's the last weapon? It's bow. Animal, bow, Farazan? No, that's not Inazuma. Animal, bow. Oh, it could be Goro. Yeah. Easy clap. I will always seek to protect the things that are most important, no matter what it takes, even when it looks futile. This seems like a cringer. Who's cringe? Okay, well, I accidentally saw people in chat saying Candace, so my bad. My bad. It's like I'll redeem myself with this one. This is Kaya. No, it's Chongyun. I don't know. It's one of the cryo characters. Is it Ayaka? Yeah, okay. This is just a cryo symbol, man. Two-faced. Who's a two-faced bitch? Two forms, maybe they mean actor. Who's an actor, Yunjin? Kinda, but she's nah. Official? No. Top hat, okay, it's Lenny. Sparkle, true. Let's do Clara. Stay back, Clara. Let's do Gwynaifen. Lofu character released before Gwynaifen, not Nihility or Destruction. Who the fuck is from the Lofu? Jingliu was released after Enchi's Destruction. Locha? I don't think he's from the Lofu, is he? I don't know. Maybe he is. What about Fushuan? Oh. Easy. Belobog is far from buried in the snow curtain. The city is the planet's last bastion against the ferocity of the eternal freeze. This is too verbose to be Hook. Like, there's no way it's Hook. Hook doesn't speak like this. Japard, maybe. Yeah. Do I know this? I feel like I know this. I can't really tell, whatever. Well, let's guess random shit. Oh, that's Misha! Easy. What? How about a white person lingo tier list? I am down. I am down. That's... Why is For Crying Out Loud there twice? Why are half of them there twice? What? Most of them are there twice. I think all of them are there twice. Okay, well, whatever. I think Whelp is a good one to start off with. Whelp is a solid A tier. It gets the point across, you know? True. For Crying Out Loud is awful. Yellow, dog shit. Whoopsie Daisy, like high C tier. Go take a long walk off of a short pier. That is not a white people thing. That's just... What? I mean, I kind of like it, but... Hope you're hungry for a knuckle sandwich, solid A tier. Living the dream, whatever. You're barking up the wrong tree. That's a solid A tier, yeah. Hey, wise guy. I think high B. No more Mr. Nice Guy is an S tier for sure. For sure. For sure. Let's skedaddle, bottom C tier. You're on thin ice, pal? Also, a S tier. Solid S tier. Newsflash, buddy. Also, solid S tier. Cup of Joe? No. That's rich coming from you? That's not really a white people thing. Whatever. The bee's knees. I've never heard this before. For Pete's sake, awful. What the fuck is ope? This is just opa but missing the syllable. Now let's do a silly one? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the goat. Let's do a silly one. That's the You betcha. Hold your horses. Hold your horses is great. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I think hold your horses deserves SS tier. Agreed? Agreed. Put a cork in it? Meh. Cat got your tongue? Meh. Why I oughta? What are you yapping about? Alright, and the rest are just... Wait, no. Some of these are not duplicates. Get a load of this guy. That's pretty good. That's a bottom A tier, I think. Up yours? Eh. No shit, Sherlock. Eh. Get with a program, bottom B. Look what the cat dragged in. That's a good one. That's an A tier one for sure. Okay. Everything else is duplicates. Do you agree or disagree? Disagree on no shit Sherlock should be at least A tier. The thing is, it's used too much. What's the bee's knees? I have no clue. Justice for bee's knees. True. Okay. Will you upload the tier list on the main channel? Probably, yeah. I think so. Moving forward. Hey. Wow, we got dongle milk. Remember? Remember when we went on a date? Tricolor Dango and Dango Milk? Ha ha ha! My sock sword.
Let me weave you up. Getting gear.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I should swap to anyone other than Fischl and Zingso in this team. Maybe... Maybe for this, I can use her E. That's it. Wait, what? What is she even on? Why would they do this?
As you wish, Mainfroid.
Don't be nervous. Just relax. Uh-oh.
Witness the power of the rock. Know my soul. Huh?
Okay, what is the rest of the team on?
No rest for the wicked.
Well. See? Whelp is pretty good. Do you think Sejuan is the worst limited 5-star on release? I don't know. I think the reality is that she's just not actually that bad. What makes her kind of ass overall is not that, like, she actually is that terrible. It's that the very few good things that she has going for her, other units already have, so there's no point to them.
Everybody stand back. Nice and spicy.
Nice and spicy. What is Gumming's trial even? Is it just gonna be Cryo and Hydro Slimes? Yeah. I see.
Over here. Zip on up.
I mean, that makes sense, but it's still kind of funny.
Up to it, Manzai.
I guess these are not Cryo.
Everybody stand back. The night is cold. Don't be scared. Surprise! Use the spotlight.
Any happy returns? Alley-oop.
Over here. I'm going in. Stars, shine for me. Not now. Be amazed.
Oh. Hell yeah. You guys remember back in the day with Dragon's... Wait, never mind. She's still on Dragon's Spine Spear. Why is she on Dragon's Spine Spear?
Let's light it up. Teamwork is
From whence you came, one with
shiver. Judgment.
You're toast.
At least the team isn't physical anymore.
You can't run.
submit for judgment.
Everybody stand.
Remember her first trial? The team actually was physical. Will you TC some theater stuff beforehand, like good units to take in / pick, or is it not worth it because it's too easy? I don't think it's worth it. Like, I'll make a video on it, but I'm not gonna do it before release, I don't think. I don't know if I want to do this today, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, this is feeling like a short stream kind of day. Do it tomorrow so it's all unlocked? Yeah, maybe we can do that. Oh, we can look at the Jinshi showcase, sure.
From the Grand Library's pages, a sentinel fell from heaven. To soothe woes, banish blights, build towns and cities, and ordain magistrates to lead. Henceforth, on festive days, people light loom lanterns and make their wishes. They say if your faith is strong, your wish will be granted.
Step up, make a wish. Lone lanterns grant desires.
My friend, this is a Jinjo tradition.
Bro, imagine you walk up to a stall during a festival and you hear this.
Desires. Step up,
Make a wish. Loom lanterns grant desires.
desires.
She's right! All my past wishes came
This
true!
is a Jinjo tradition. Will you make a wish with us? I know the perfect place to send off our lanterns.
Is the hero of legends next to her?
We have arrived. Here, follow me. Light it. Close your eyes. Oh, sentinel above, please receive our wish. On this festive day, I will stand no disruptions. Moment of awakening. Thawing harmony. Thus it ends. Evil be cleansed. Oh, stars, heed my calling. My wish was for you and Jinjo to experience peace. And you? What was your wish? The world's wishes. Your wishes.
He's so cringe, by the way. Like, imagine, like, you see a shooting star while you're, like, out with someone, and they're like, yeah, my wish was for world peace. What is your wish, huh? You selfish little fucking shit. Tell me what your wish was. Like, listen, okay? Like, nah, I'm good, man. It's just like,
To experience.
like, listen to this.
My wish was for you and Jinjo to experience peace. And you? What was your wish?
It's like, in the tone, right? You can tell, right? She knows what she's doing, right? She is doing this to make you look bad.
World's wishes. Your wishes. Will all come true.
We'll just cinematic one. Cut. Do we have any like Zajef clips we can watch? There's a Farina guide. You can watch the Farina guide. Perhaps. YouTube voice Ziox.
The Hydro Archon Farina's rerun is upon us, but just how good is she? In today's video, I want to cover how good Farina is and whether or not you should pull for her rerun, depending on a lot of different factors. I want to clarify both Farina's strengths and weaknesses, what makes her strong, and also
Farina's true.
whether or not I believe she is overrated, as well as a lot of other general information to help you decide and prepare for her rerun. Before we begin, I want you guys to know that I do stream most nights on Twitch, link in the description if you're interested. And with that being said, let's get right into it. All right, so first of all, to recap what makes Farina strong and what she does, here is the essential of what you need to know. Farina is an off-field Hydro support, both a damage dealer and buffer, who has a solid amount of personal damage from her skill, 3 Hydro creatures that will be constantly shooting alongside your active character, applying Hydro, generating energy, and dealing good damage. This is what happens in Farina's default Usia state, although she can also change to a Numa aligned stance instead, healing but providing no damage or energy, so this is less recommended. Additionally, and very important—
Okay, who the fuck edited this? What was this edited by Nick or by one of the editors? I need to know. By me and Alan. Okay, Alan, I hope you're not the one who. So someone fucking clip this so I can send it to Alan. Okay. Alan, I hope you're not the one who edited
Farina's
this,
default
okay?
Usia state, although she can also change
what
to
the
a
fuck
Numa
is this?
aligned stance instead, healing but providing no damage or energy, so this is less
And then you have
recommended.
the fucking
Additionally, and
mouse
very importantly,
thing.
Farina has a burst that will give you a large amount of buffs. Her
What is
elemental
this?
burst will give you damage bonus based on her fanfare stacks, and she will gain fanfare stacks based on how much your HP increases or decreases on all of your party members. Additionally, her elemental skill will constantly drain a bit of all of your character's HP, which will help contribute to your burst, provided you are running a strong healer in your team. At C0, you can gain up to 75% damage bonus to your entire team, all 4 characters that you're running, which is absolutely insane. While this damage bonus won't always be at 75%, it might take some time to ramp up, and some teams may be better at stacking this than others. Just getting a large amount of damage bonus on top of Farina having good personal damage that is also buffed by her own damage bonus. And for the record, a lot of other strong buffers will typically just buff your active character or abilities that can snapshot, whereas Farina's buff, again, will not only contribute to her own damage, but also your on-field carry and any other off-field damage dealer you may have. In a lot of optimal Farina teams, your buff will help your Farina, your on-field DPS, and also another damage dealer you're running, increasing the damage of 3 of your 4 party members, provided your last slot is just a passive healer. Farina is a character who scales on max HP, also has a hit of both Numa and Usia aligned damage, which can help against certain Fontaine enemies, and has a very unique set of abilities. abilities. And so because of this, it is no doubt that Furina's kit is inherently strong. The scaling on her skill, right, her off-field damage is pretty strong when you factor in the buff you're gaining as well, on top of the fact that she's a really good buffer to your whole team, provided you can manage the HP drain and fanfare stacking efficiently. Now with that in mind, there are some things you need to be mindful of and reasons why I believe that some people might find Furina.
Chat, make sure you open your notepad so you can note this down. With that in mind, there are things we need to be mindful of. Okay? No, Mark, write that down. Write that down.
That in mind, there are some things you need to be mindful of and reasons why I believe that some people might find Furina to be a huge upgrade to their account and others might find her to be almost underwhelming in certain situations. In fact, while Furina has a lot of upsides, you do need to fundamentally understand how to make use of them to actually have your Furina feel strong and do a lot for your team. In order to actually be able to stack up her fanfare stacks while draining your character's HP through her skill, or a lot of HP draining characters as well, like New Fontaine characters that can manipulate their own HP, you also need a way to heal it back up, meaning that team building and healer selection is very important to making your Furina feel strong. And while typically you can get around this by just running a healer who gives you a solid amount of party-wide healing, thinking of characters like Charlotte, Baiju, Mika, Jean, Shan Yun, or many others, you might not have a good healer on your
Many others?
account if you're newer to the game or just haven't built them. Now, while I think that building a healer for Furina is actually important, and I believe it's refreshing because so many teams can just run a really bad healer that just gives you buffs, even if they're not built and get away with it, Furina actually incentivizes you to want to build healing. Now, with that in mind, even if you don't have a good party-wide healer, there are ways to still get really high value out of Furina despite that. First of all, even with healers that are mostly single target and not the best at synergizing with Furina, you can run them on better artifacts such as the Song of Days Past set with some more HP substats on someone like Bennett to help give more healing, or you could also run, for example, a prototype Amber on a character like Dahida in your team to help give you a bit of extra healing on top of someone with relatively mediocre healing like Kuki to help make up for it and give you more fanfare stacks. Additionally, you can run Furina even in healerless teams if your active character can manipulate their HP efficiently, notably in a Neuvillette team, and still get good value out of Furina's burst. Because of this, while her team building can feel a bit more restricted, and for some people who don't have a good healer, I've noticed this a lot, especially near release, who found that they can't stack fanfare as efficiently as they would have hoped, there are ways to work around this, notably by picking the correct healer based on who you have, building them more efficiently, or running other forms of healing. Additionally, even if your Furina's fanfare isn't fully stacked, like even if you only have 150 or 200 stacks, while you won't get the full 75% damage bonus,
Imagine playing an Alhaitham team without Sing So though. Like, that's so cringe. Agreed?
gaining like 30, 40, or 50% damage is enough to make Furina a strong character, even if not fully optimized. Now, something else I need to mention, other than just the obvious healer argument, is regarding her Hydro application and the relevancy of other Hydro characters. First of all, it is no secret that Hydro is an incredibly strong element, being at the core of so many different meta teams. Because of this, having a Hydro support is always a good thing, and Furina not just has a good kit, but also comes with decent Hydro application. She can be a solid off-field Hydro applier for so many different Hydro teams, thinking of Hyper Bloom, Electrocharged, Freeze, Vaporize, Mono Hydro, or others. And while their Hydro application is decently fast, it is not as fast as the other premier off-field Hydro appliers like Yelan or notably Xingqiu. Now, while she makes up for this with her solid damage and damage buffs, this can make her an amazing option and potentially an upgrade in some teams and a downgrade in others. For example, if you just want to run one Hydro character with your fast applying Pyro character who wants to vaporize all of their hits, while Furina's Hydro uptime can be enough, for example, if you are plunging with Diluc Shanyun or using a slower Pyro applier, with someone like Hu Tao or someone who applies fast Pyro, running Xingqiu as your solo Hydro can give you more vaporizes. Now, while this is absolutely true, there are two main caveats that I want to highlight. First of all, Furina shouldn't be an upgrade to an existing Hydro character, but instead someone you can use as another Hydro support in either another team or alongside your other Hydro character. Xingqiu Furina, Yelan Furina, or even Xingqiu Yelan are just a really solid option as a 2 Hydro off-field support core you can run in so many different teams, on top of being able to use your other Hydro support in your other team because of the prevalence of Hydro and it being such a strong choice with so many different characters. Now,
Want to see a Twitch Ziox mode YouTube guide? That's what he should do for next April Fools. Record a Twitch voice video and stream with YouTube voice.
With that in mind, while this is absolutely true, it's also worth understanding you and what type of teams and characters you play and how much you need different Hydro supports. If you only want one Hydro character in one team, then it's important for you to understand that I wouldn't recommend upgrading from Xingqiu or Yelan, replacing them with Frina, but instead going for her if you want to use her alongside your other Hydro character or in another team. While she can definitely be the best option in many different team comps, think of something like a Quick Bloom Alhaitham, Mono Hydro teams, or many others, there are some teams where she's either just a side grade, slight downgrade, or yes, an upgrade, but not the biggest one. Going from a good Hydro character to another good Hydro character won't give you as big of a damage increase as some other upgrades, like going from a Dendro main character to a Nahida. And so I do want to include the disclaimer because I feel like the only people that find Farina to be either overrated or underwhelming are those who replace a really strong Hydro character with another really strong one instead of either using them together or using her in another team or thinking about
I think she's overrated.
what they want on their account, who they want to play before pulling for a new character. Keep that in mind. That is my advice to you, that Farina is a really strong character, but you need to make sure you understand how to use her, build a team around her, and also don't pull as a strict upgrade, even though she can be the best Hydra option in many teams. I want to reiterate this. Her damage buffs and personal damage are insane, but other Hydra characters are also broken, and there are so many that you shouldn't feel forced to get another one if you just want to upgrade from one Hydra character to another. While she will still generally be a great option and oftentimes an upgrade to so many different teams and your account as a whole. Now, the second thing I wanted to mention when it comes to Farina's Hydro is regarding her Hydro application. While I said that it's a bit slower than others, which can be a downside in certain teams, it can also be an advantage in others. This is true with, for example, very powerful Dendro or Electro carries that value getting their quicken reactions, either spread for Dendro or aggravate for Electro, more so than getting a bit more Hyper Blooms. In Alhaitham's case, for example, having a slower Hydro plier can help him get more spreads. With Sino, you can get more aggravates, which can help you deal much more personal and team damage than if you have too much Hydro and are losing out on too many quickens. And so in some situations, slower Hydro can be even better if it just gives you some bonus Hyper Blooms without ruining your quicken uptime. Additionally, even in teams where fast Hydro would be good, like a Vaporized team, a lot of the times, while Farina can sometimes have enough Hydro, other times, some of the best team options involve just running Farina with another Hydro support, a double Hydro team anyways, where you will have more than enough Hydro application. It is also important to understand that, as I mentioned, other Hydro characters
So
like
the
Yelan.
comments war. I haven't actually looked at the comments yet. Should I? Hello. Do I have a pinned comment? I don't. Do I not have the questions separated? I do have them separated. Why do they comment this? Wait, huh? Oh, maybe it wasn't there and they added it. That's possible. But this is actually a very interesting comment, though. Like, yeah, as it turns out, most 5-star units are overrated because people tend to see 5-star shiny and be like, wow, poggers. 5-star units will naturally end up generally being overrated, and 4-star units will naturally end up generally being underrated. Because people associate value to the fact that the unit is a 5-star or a 4-star. But yeah, it happens very often that the 5-star characters are overrated. Even the 4-star characters that I think aren't that great, and that I think some people are mistaken on how good they are, and some people overrate them, like Gumming, for example, I think is still widely underrated overall. Because most people aren't one of the 3 Gumming mains that think he's really good in every situation, you know? Uh... Are these people stupid? He made a face, therefore you can't trust him. This is actually the stupidest fucking comment I've seen so far. Jamie understands. Jamie gets it. Ugh. Hmm. You know, the thing about comments like these is that a lot of people think that they have enough ER because their rotations are awful and they don't use their burst every time they should. And it's like, when someone says, hey, no, you're wrong with this ER calc, I'm actually fine with lower ER, well, you're not magically generating more energy. If you're fine with lower ER, it's because something's happening to make it fine with lower ER. Most likely, your rotations are taking fucking 40 seconds, so you're getting twice the particles from Farina. And like that's fine, but if you're trying to, you know, make your Farina as strong as possible, that's not how you should build her. Razor Farina Zhongli Nahida is enabled through that. How do I tell this person that that's not a team being enabled? That's Farina solo carrying a team that isn't doing anything outside of her. The good old, yeah, just get lucky, forehead. Just build pity on the weapon banner, buddy. Baiju another mention. Yeah, I think people are angry that I was not too excited about Baiju with Neuvillette. Like that's the second comment about it. Oh no, he made a face when he was talking about Baiju in Neuvillette teams. That awful bias. You don't trust this guy, and it's like, yeah, no, it's just Neuvillette doesn't really need the healing from Baiju because he builds so much fanfare by himself that Baiju's just not really better than using Zhongli. It's fine. You can use it. But like that's why I'm not as excited about it. Can you expand the first comment? I don't think that's a good idea. That's before any misinformation. Farina is absolutely better than Singto and Yelan by far. That's just fact. The only way they are better is if you need more Hydro up for whatever reason, and you cannot achieve this through infusing an animal burst like Kazuha has with Hydro. Even still, she offers better AoE universal buffs than Yelan does, on par if not more damage than her. This is absolutely the case with cons on Farina, no question about it. Even it's questionable because she can vape huge hits at C0 and gives healing bonus for characters like Clorinde and healers. She heals herself if you need it, and in co-op, it's always a full party heal at the same time, so you can sustain her buff if you do that. Her constellations are absolutely worth going for. I don't care what people say. You have to spend money on this game. It's the literal only character that it's absolutely worth to get duplicates. Now, should you go out of your way to get them compared to C0? Not necessarily, but most constellations are bait. I'd say the only one worth getting besides any of Farina's or Nahida's C2. Just because of how powerful Dendro comps are and how used Nahida is in those comps. Farina, though, is outrageously powerful with her constellations. It's disgusting. I have C6 without her SIG because I refuse to go for bad weapon banners, but if you have Key, Low Fire, any crit sword, it'll be fine. Hell, her free-to-play option, the Pipe, is fine as well until you get something better. She's 100% worth, the best character, meta, overworld, everything. She's literally the best character in the game, and you will be sorely missing out if you skip her, as she will not be back for a long time after this, since this is her first rerun. Do not waver on this like a Kazuha situation where you need to wait an entire year. She's worth. Literally spend your gems on her. All other characters do not even come close. Jesus Christ. What's up, Beaks? All right, I think that's yep. Pin it? No. Because the comment almost sounds reasonable for a while there, and I know that people that don't know as much are gonna actually get misled by it. I can't believe people genuinely think Farina is better than Nahida. I mean, there are situations where she is. There are accounts for which she is. I think they're pretty similar power-wise. But I think it's reasonable to think that either of them is stronger than the other. Dude, these kinds of people make me so fucking angry. Like, I never said that. They're making it up. I said something somewhat similar to that, with ample context provided, And they took the context out and changed what I said to try to discredit me. And now, like, they're in my comments. Like, they're actually a dedicated hater going in my comment section to try to spread that shit. I've seen that line so many times. Yeah, exactly. And, like, the context in which I said something similar was, when you're a whale, everything dies instantly, so there are situations where defensive utility is more valuable than having more damage. And so there are situations where I know some whales that sometimes pick Xingqiu over Yelan in their teams. And that apparently is me saying that C6 Xingqiu is better than C6 Yelan. I didn't say that. They're making that shit up. But it doesn't matter because they're a fucking... whatever, man. Wouldn't C6 Yelan killing everything in 3 seconds negate the need for defensive utility? I mean, wouldn't C6 Arlecchino killing everything in 3 seconds negate the need for Yelan? Like, again, you're missing the point. When you're in fucking Leviathan, everything dies instantly anyways. It doesn't matter what you use. But I also don't feel that strongly about it. Like, whatever. Factually wrong. I wonder if Zajef intentionally rage baits meta slaves with his stakes. What is the take that is factually wrong? This thing that I didn't say. Ah, love that. I love reasonable people saying reasonable things in reasonable situations. Like, yeah, you're not a fucking obsessed motherfucking loser at all. You're a well-adjusted person. For sure. You said that you're concerned with these debates are people imposing to others what's best for their specific, but Zajef himself has been imposing Xingqiu as the best unit forever. Yeah, that's why I always say, if you think that any unit is better than Xingqiu, you're an idiot, right? I always say that, right? I've never said I think it's very reasonable to think that other units are better than Xingqiu at all. Definitely not something I repeat every single time I talk about how good he is. Like, it's so annoying that people can just fucking lie about what you say. It's so fucking cringe. Like, they're not providing any actual criticism. They're just literally lying about me. And criticizing that straw man. Do they just want a reaction? No. Because most of the time I don't read YouTube comments because of people like this, right? They don't want a reaction out of me. They want people to stop trusting me. They want to discredit me to other people and attack my audience. Like, they want to... They want to make me seem like I don't know what I'm talking about to my audience. Because they don't want people to watch me. What do they get from that? They don't like me, so they don't like the fact that I'm relatively successful. Hate watching? I don't think most of these people even watch anything. They just see the comment, see the video and they're recommended, click on it to go leave a hate comment, and then click off. But because they engage with the video, it keeps getting recommended to them. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna fucking ban these users. Right? Like, I don't like doing this because I don't want to be... I never want to end up in an echo chamber where people just always agree with what I say. And I'm very, like, self-conscious about that. And so when someone is saying something that looks like criticism, I always feel bad banning them or whatever. But also, like, this isn't criticism. This is someone knowingly lying about what I said to try to discredit me. So I feel like it's pretty reasonable to get them out. There was another guy, but I kind of can't be bothered. Like, I don't do that though. Like that's you lying. But I feel like this one isn't them lying, it's them expressing themselves poorly, you know? Like, I don't think they realize they're just fucking lying, you know? The other one definitely knows what they're doing. This one I don't think they do. So I'm more hesitant to ban them. What do you guys think? If you look at their comment history, I don't think so. I don't know how to do that. Would making a YouTube video clearing stuff up help? Or do you think it would just fuel the fire? It wouldn't change anything. They just pretend like that video doesn't exist and keep commenting the same shit on other videos. And I don't want to clutter my channel with fucking clarification videos that don't provide anything other than defending myself. Like, no. That's not useful information for people to know. Maybe a community post? Nah. Also wouldn't change anything. Addressing it is just pointless because most people don't care or know about these comments, and the people that hate won't stop. Yeah, exactly. I talk about it on stream because, like, it actually bothers me, and not talking about it would fucking bother me a lot more. But, like, I don't want to make content out of it, you know? Like, it's... Oh, love that. A guy who plays gacha games for a living is criticizing the predatory and manipulative nature of gacha games. Do you have the moral right to do that? Or hiding your roles on stream is enough to assuage your conscience? Yeah, bro, actually, as it turns out, I don't think you guys knew this, but if you live in society, you're not allowed to criticize society in any way whatsoever. And, like, the thing that bothers me the most about this is that they're partly right? Like, yeah, the fact that I'm a Genshin streamer keeps me up at night. It makes me pretty unhappy. As much as I know, because people have told me, that my content helps people manage their FOMO a lot, it doesn't change the fact that I contribute to Genshin's popularity, and as such, I'm partly responsible for new players coming into the game. And looking at it from a utilitarian point of view of, oh, but I save people more money than I'm responsible for people spending money, it doesn't change the fact that, I mean, they're different people, and the people that are, you know, getting addicted to the gacha system because of my contributions to the popularity of the game, telling them, like, hey, I mean, your shitty situation doesn't matter because I've helped other people. It doesn't help them. It doesn't change how shit the situation is for them, right? And that's why I feel guilty about it, right? I feel really bad about it. I still think it's worth it because I think I do enough that it does do a lot more good than bad. But I don't think I should have a clean conscience about it. I should feel bad about it. But also, people like this, I can tell you right now, this is not someone who actually dislikes gacha games, right? This is someone who is a fucking gacha game lover. If I click on their profile, they're probably gonna have fucking gacha porn. And who is trying to shield their favorite gacha game from criticism. Right? Like, they're not actually angry that I play the game, they're angry that I criticize it. Never mind, chat, it's a throwaway account. Okay. Damn. Probably have their main ban, yeah, probably. Yeah, right, like, the thing is, the people who would actually have, you know, some ground to stand on with this argument are never going to make this argument because, well, if they care about, you know, how predatory the gacha industry is, they're going to see what I do and be like, yeah, I mean, it's good to have creators like that in the gacha space rather than just creators that fucking gamble and promote the gambling, right? So they're not going to make that argument. The only people that are ever going to make this argument are people who want to shield the gacha games from criticism. And it's frustrating because, like, yeah, it is a reasonable criticism, and I would like to engage with it, but I can't engage with it because no one ever brings up that criticism in good faith, right? That's gonna be a block. Gacha game community really feels like it's in its own bubble. Have you heard the way people outside of it talk about Genshin and other games? I mean, recently I saw that Northern Lion clip, which, you know, isn't... it is not representative of how people usually talk about Genshin and other gacha games. No, but, like, there are so many players that don't care about meta at all, but they still pull for refines on a signature weapon. And, like, what the fuck, man? They do that because that's the societal norm within gacha games. Not because they actually want to or get anything out of it. It's just because it's so normalized that they feel like that's their way. They have to, the only way they have to show that they care about the character. And it's like, it's so sad to me. Like, that's like fucking thousands of dollars. And I see people being like, oh, shit, I'm not gonna be able to afford it, to afford R5ing fucking Seijuin's weapon, because I got fired. And I'm like, please, don't say that, no! Ah! Yeah, I did see this, DJ. It is what it is with gacha. We can dislike and get pissed off. It won't change the people who spend. They'll keep spending. I mean, that's why I focus my content on insisting on how unnecessary so much of this spending is. My friend took a loan for a banner during a manic episode and went into spiraling debt. Jeez, sorry to hear that. Yeah, like when a character is bad, like Sijuin for example, right? You can be like, ooh, wow, Sijuin has amazing constellations, poggers, or you can be like, yeah, Sijuin's just not a very good character. And I think the former is such a fucking predatory way to talk about her. Like, yeah, her constellations are good, and when I do the overall pre-release analysis, or whatever, I didn't do a pre-release, but like the banner review for her, I will say that her constellations do improve her quite a bit, but I'll insist more on the fact that she's just not that great of a unit. And I'll talk about how she's still a relatively casual-friendly unit that functions in a decent amount of teams, and you can make her work. What's about new Hades update? I haven't looked at it yet. I might look at it later, we'll see. Maybe the perspective of someone who plays these games with the mindset to not spend anything and optimize the most out of what I can get, it's genuinely upsetting that there are people that are ruining themselves financially for these games, sometimes for barely any actual gain in account strength. Yeah, it's a real issue. Like it's a real problem. It's why gacha games are so fucking predatory and awful. Do you think Hoyo changed their strategy? I feel like they give a lot of strong C1s to bait into spending just a little bit for a strong update. When the game was younger, it was easier to sell characters, even if they weren't that great, because people didn't have as many options. But more and more people are starting to already have strong shit, and so their marketing definitely has shifted more towards, like, hey, this C1R1 character is gonna be better than your Arlecchino, or whatever. Because that's how they think they can milk your primos out of you, and empty your primos, and then empty your wallet. How casual players see Abyss? Oh. Clips from Hmm. What do you think about the 4.8 Abyss lineup? I don't know, honestly. I think people are seeing 4-1 wrong clip. I'm not watching clips from him. Thanks for giving me the link. I think people are losing their shit about 12-1. I think 12-1 is significantly easier than the current 12-1. I just don't want to engage with drama creators. I think this is gonna be harder. Look at his special skills when you click on him. What, this one? Man, that's gonna be rough, isn't it? $10-second DPS window? I'm gonna be honest. Wait, what? His armor is 90% in Abyss, not 70? Ah, shit. That's bad. Oh, fuck. Does an overload break this? How much does the overworld one have? Okay, it has the same amount, right? That's not that bad. But like, ugh.
Wait for my signal. By royal teamwork is strength. Stand with me.
Venture.
So you can see the speed at which
Shadow with lightning. Let's light it up.
at which overload is breaking this. Takes a while, huh?
Oz, reveal thyself.
And then you got 10 seconds to hit it?
Transfixed.
Okay, fuck!
The wicked.
During those 10 seconds, it's minus 70 res? Yeah. I guess. But like for comparison,
Sure.
I gotta wait for it to respawn now. Annoying ass game. The instant respawn patch cannot come soon enough. Prison cap? I don't care. What teams would you recommend on the golem side? Anything that has Zhongli. If you don't have Zhongli, honestly, just sucks to be you, I guess. Navia, maybe? Ito? Sure. What are the blessings? Anyone know? When characters attack burning opponents, their crit rate is increased. That's so bad for this, though. No? I guess you want to play me first half, not second half. We also have theater buffs? What are you talking about? Buffs from it affect the rest of the game? Wait, what? You've got a link to that? Comedy Cat page? Where? This is a fucking huge ass website. In here? Maybe? Beneath the characters? In the overworld and domains. Wait, but it's only these characters. Wait. That's... It's only these characters. That's so funny. Yeah. Let me show for comparison how quickly Zhongli deals with this shield. Okay?
Order guide you.
Oh wait, it's not actually that fast.
Wind strike.
Huh. I thought it was faster. But maybe I'm just an idiot.
Clouds high. The birds come.
I guess you need 2 whole E's.
Solidified.
Huh. I really thought it was better than this. But I guess not.
Everybody stand back.
huge ass shield. Oh. No! No! Why did I kill it again? What's wrong with me? Collect the rewards for Emily. Wait. Does Emily use mouse from this guy? Oh yeah. Sure, I'll collect the rewards then. Huh. But yeah, I still think you're gonna want to play Kazuha Zhongli. Cause like, okay, usually when you play Kazuha Zhongli, okay, this is how much damage you gain, okay? So enemies start with 10% resistance, which means that your, if this is greater than 0, 1 minus this divided by 2, right? So your resistance multiplier is 0.9, right? So from Kazuha, and then from Zhongli. So the damage increase you get from Zhongli on the team is like 8%, right? %9, 8.7. If the enemy starts with 90% resistance, it's 40%. Yeah. Similarly, looking at ChesseBurgers plus Shengling, right? Shengling C1 that gives you power res shred is 30% DPS in ChesseBurgers teams. Basically, when you're playing these teams that have a lot of res shred, you can actually deal damage to it while it's shielded up. But otherwise, you kind of just can't. Time to whip out the Zhongli Hyper Bloom? I mean, yeah. For Hyper Bloom with Zhongli, Zhongli provides 50%.
You have my undivided attention.
Also, this isn't exactly... Yeah, whatever, I don't care. This number's wrong, but I don't care. These two are right. And these are the ones that matter.
Solidify.
I'm an idiot.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Transfixed.
Oh, we got 2 again? Fucked up. You're going for Emily, yeah. Yeppers. Why do you even have to unlock these things, by the way? Like, what's the point? You can't even teleport to them. What does unlocking them even change? Doesn't give you any rewards, it's just like, bro. It's a TP for the boat? No, it's not. No, it's not. You're lying to me. You're not gonna get away with this. The boat TPs to you, yeah. Mods educate him, true. I should epitomize my path. Let's go towards the silver shower of heartstrings. And never pull on this banner. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since Five Sword has been on banner. Has it not? No? Was it literally like 2 banners ago? Wait, how bad was it that I just wiped it from my memory? Ah. It was this one. Let's see. I see, that explains it. Hmm. Alright, Chuck. I think that's gonna be it for today.
Staring into my eyes.
I'm really not feeling too hot, and
You'll like what you see.
I don't think I have anything to post. I don't really want to raid anyone today. Be seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye.